Hey Aquarius, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. We're going to do a quick reading for you guys. I am wrapping up most of the signs for February 1st. So look out for your February 1st readings. They're coming out in a few days. These are general readings. Please take messages that resonate for you. Leave the rest behind. I was going to say, like, this full moon that we've had, you can probably see it in me that I look really, really tired. I've had some, I don't know, bad sleeps maybe. Anyways, it's all good. The body recharges, it re-energizes. Now tomorrow's another day, getting a good night's rest. But I want to read for you guys, so please keep in mind the general readings. Only take messages that resonate for you, leave the rest behind. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for all of your likes, your shares, your support. I appreciate that. And I do offer personal readings via Zoom. If you're interested, you can contact me below in the description box. All right. I definitely feel that the energy was really intense the last few days. Today is the 27th. Happy birthday, guys. Yes. And happy birthday, fellow Aquarians. I hope you guys are enjoying your birthdays. Wishing you all the best. Let's see, what is going on for the sign of Aquarius? Ace of Cups. Wow. Let's see what this is all about. Maybe new love, emotional fulfillment, the Strength. Okay. Leo. Ace of Cups, the Strength. Some of you may have to, let me just get a clarifier here. The Fool. Oh, wow. The Fool card. Yeah, okay. So some of you have entered. It looks like there's some entering here of a new beginning, a new path. For some of you, it's love. The Ace of Cups is love, but I also see the Fool card here. You're on a new journey in some aspect of your life, Aquarius. I feel like you are being maybe tested right now for your strength. It is a time to push through a situation and stay strong at this time. It is brand new, so be easy on yourself. There is something that's new here. I feel like, balance out that Fool energy, the fun, taking things lightly, and balance that out with the Strength. It's like the serious side of yourself or the situation. There's like a healthy balance here about, do I have to take something so seriously? And, maybe you don't even have to be this holding up all this strength. It could be more releasing of the mind. It could be more about, okay, if I just release a little bit and sort of relax into the situation, have a little bit of fun, see things from a more light-filled, playful, fun energy, it might make it easier for you to push through any of the challenges that are coming in at this time, okay? So new relationships, I know sometimes it's it gets very intense in the mind, it gets stressful because we're trying to understand the other person. Us Aquarians are always in our head, we're always thinking, we're always analyzing, and I feel like just maybe have a little bit of fun. Go with it. Go a little lighthearted, stand in your confidence, know that you'll be able to handle what may come forward as you get to know each other, as you get into this new adventure with somebody, okay? This could be a relationship or some form of new beginning, okay? Take it as it resonates. I really like the Fool card here. I like the Fool card with the Strength card because it does alleviate that serious energy where you're like, I have to, perform a certain way, I have to accomplish a certain thing, I can't be weak here, I can't be vulnerable, and I think it's just a healthy balance. Ace of Cups, sometimes we have to sit back and let the other person fill your cup up for a bit. Don't be in the driver's seat all the time, being the strong force of energy here, having to maybe be on top of everything. Just allow this person to see, or allow the situation to fill your cup up with love. There's the Two of Cups. So there is some relationship here, guys. There is a connection. This is nice. Tell me about this more. The Six of Wands. This is already going well, Aquarius. This is already showing signs of success. This is already, you're off to a good start. You've already had some good, indicators of, feeling good about this, feeling successful. This is something that's working out. There is a connection here that's going well. You could be a little bit hard on yourself. It's like, take the perfectionism out of this. Doesn't have to be perfect. The success is there. You may be having that outlook with that Two of Cups of like, this has to work out, or this has to be perfect, or this has to, I feel like it is already as perfect as it can be. It's already in it's meant to be in a successful, it is what it is. That is showing a sense of victory of this person as well, showing admiration towards you, and maybe vice versa. I think this is very mutual, but there's already a lot of like admiring of each other, lifting each other up. Page of Wands. Yeah, let this person come towards you. Don't put all the emphasis on how you have to hold things together all the time. I feel like this can be a positive message. This is enthusiasm. You have this attraction. You have a sense of good-natured energy with the Page of Wands. It's positive. It's good news. It's ideas and things. Share ideas. Some of you may be sharing some ideas about a successful venture or something in life. Maybe sharing something about something that you're working on in life. So you guys could be really back and forth with ideas. Okay, what else do we have for Aquarius? The High Priestess. Again, this is someone that steps back. Sometimes we want to know all the answers. We want to know that the outcome's going to be good. We want to feel assured. We want to feel that, maybe something is, we don't always have the answers with the High Priestess, but you do inside your heart, inside your intuition. This is a time to really listen to your intuition, because everything will show in time. I'm starting to now feel that there could be a little bit of this impatience, or like jumping ahead, okay? Maybe jumping ahead further than you need to. The High Priestess can take a step back sometimes, reflect, look at the big picture. Is the whole thing looking pretty good overall? Does it feel like this was sort of fell into place or somehow occurred in your life? Somehow you guys were brought together. If that was sort of like, how did that happen? Or it just sort of happened, then that's a successful thing right there. If it's going well, and for those of you who the relationship or the situation's working out well, I feel like, again, I was saying earlier that you guys are kind of showing a sense of admiration, like raising that person up, okay? Knowing, here, Aquarius, I feel like at the end of the day what the outcome is going to be in terms of like your intuition, how you see this situation unfolding. At least you have an inclination, you have a bit of an intuitive idea of how you feel. Yeah. Let this person come towards you. What else is going on for Aquarius? The Star, there's you guys. Aquarius, have a little hope along the way here. Got a really interesting reading. Like it's quite significant, the energy that's taking place with you right now. feels like, have hope for the outcome. I want to get more energy on the Star card. You may not like the, Aquarius, I think that how do I say this? You know what you feel, okay? You're listening to your thoughts, or you may have a lot of thoughts or impressions, feelings, intuition, but I also feel like you don't like feeling vulnerable, or maybe a sense of like a little bit imperfect. Maybe it's a little bit of like, I think it's more vulnerability, okay? And I feel like because the Star card is sort of a nude, this isn't a bare person. And I feel like certain circumstances in life, you're good at feeling exposed, feeling a sense of vulnerability, because you're there for the greater good. It's that humanitarian energy. But sometimes in relationships or situations, you really put on that strong strength hat, because it's like, I know things are going to work out, or I know things are going to, or they feel a certain way, but there's something that's inside that maybe you're struggling with about, what about my real, the real exposing, or the vulnerabilities that you may have, the weak parts of ourselves that eventually have to come to the surface. So I feel like it's saying like, just hang tight right now and have a sense of hope. Know that things will work out the way they're supposed to work out. Things will work out the way they're supposed to, because this Fool card is going into a new situation with like only what you have. So, we can't make more than what we have. We can't create more than what we have. You only have what you have. And we also come with our little bits of vulnerability, our little, exposed parts that we have to slowly open up and share. And I feel here with the High Priestess, there's like a little bit of that, the unknowns, the mysteries, the things that are sort of hidden from us, the truths. And you may want to understand this person's truths. You may really want to be able to dig deep into them. But you also, if you want that, you also have to be willing to dig deep into you and expose that to them as well. And this is where I feel that Strength card is like, okay, I got to be strong. I've got to hang on through this, because you're intrigued by each other, but it's almost like wanting to maybe get a little bit ahead of yourself so that you feel safe. You feel like a sense of security. That's why the High Priestess is saying, you know that you're in a good spot here. Listen to your intuition. Don't let yourself get caught up in finding the answer, finding the solution. It's like, we don't know, we have to go through this path. The Fool card, the Two of Cups, it's two people. This is two of you having the same, hiccups, insecurities, vulnerabilities, sensitive spots. So I think some of you are waiting for this person with the Page of Wands to show up first, to come forward and say, okay, once that person can show a little bit maybe of their vulnerabilities, then Aquarius will open up. Then Aquarius can feel a little bit safe because someone else is showing their vulnerabilities or their insecurities, okay? Sometimes it gives us like a cue, or it makes you feel like it's okay to open up now. It could be about that, Aquarius, like who's going to make the first move here on opening up? And this is what brings you guys to more that lifted Six of Wands. This is what brings you guys to like a sense of victory, or a sense of overcoming the things that you were struggling with, the conflicts. It's like going from the 5 to the 6, the 5 of Wands, like the things that we can't control in other people. But once it sort of comes to light and we can like realize what we were all battling in our head or in our emotions, and not it's like wondering what's going on, it comes out and it's like, oh man, I didn't have to worry as much. It worked out in the end. Okay. So I feel like this is the vibe here, Aquarius, is like, maybe if you want, you can be that Page of Wands and come forward, talk about some different things, you know, come from a place of positivity, come from a place of excitement to know this person's, you know, to know about their insecurities, their fears, their worries, their vulnerabilities. Come from a place of saying, like, how can we grow from that? How can we get closer? What can we learn from each other with the High Priestess? Someone's got to make a move, I think. That's what you're waiting for here, Aquarius. Staying strong through a situation where you're like, eventually something has to overflow here. We got to get close. We got to talk. We got to open up. We have to connect. It's like it's going really well, but what about when we start to open up about things? Is it still going to feel that way? So there's a bit of apprehension or maybe like anxiousness but I don't think you have too much to worry about here, Aquarius. It feels really good. This is amazing energy to me. You guys have amazing cards. It seems like things are going well. 16 minutes. Okay. Let's get a closing card. The Sun. Happy. You have a lot of Leo energy here, which is nice. You've got a lot of that Sun and Strength card. This is something, again, I think that you guys are putting a lot of emphasis on each other. I feel like there is a lot of excitement there. This is, again, showing us the new beginnings, the happiness, the things that open up. They shine light on the outcome of something. You have the Sun and the Star, which is really beautiful. You know what's interesting is that I was going to do a Leo video and it kind of, I changed my mind. And they had the Sun and the Star. It was really interesting because when I was splitting the deck, it was Sun and Star. And I was saying like, Leo, I didn't do the video, but now you guys got it. So you could be connecting with a Leo. It's really interesting. And we are the opposite signs, Aquarius and Leo. It's like your complementary sign. So it's almost like the Leo video wasn't meant to be for Leo. And maybe there's a cross watcher, but I turned the corner and went into the Aquarian video for whatever reason. I have to redo Leo. Let's see what the wisdom of the Tao is. I'm just curious what was at the bottom of the deck. Six of Swords. It's moving into a place of feeling calm and clear. There are still some things, maybe Aquarius, that you want to get clarity on, that you want to feel like, now I see this person. It's like we let down our little guards. We open up, we share. We have, you know, moving into a place of calm clarity where it's like, I don't have to overthink. You don't have to feel like you have to put your strength suit on or your strength hat. You can relax into the connection being like, okay, we've had some awesome connections, some talks. You've opened up some things. You've shed some light onto each other. I think it's really, really positive. I think that there is an embracing of sharing, you know, different sides of you and vice versa that seems to like make it feel good. It takes it to a understanding each other a bit more. Not meant to be. Okay, hang on, guys. This one says not meant to be. Don't take it too seriously. If despite your best attempts, the outcome is not what you wish, it was never yours to begin with. The world is full of new opportunities. Self-pity and diminished self-esteem will only obscure your view of what is to come. This is a really interesting card because I was picking this up in the beginning, like not to take something so seriously. This doesn't necessarily mean that your current situation is not meant to be, but that was coming through in the reading. That if something's meant to be, you can only show up with what you have. And if it's meant to be, it will. The fact that you've connected was a success. That's a sense of bringing two people together. If it works out for you, awesome. If it doesn't, then there's no point in being in a self-pity or diminished self-esteem. So don't take it too seriously at first. Do as you feel comfortable with. Obviously, this is a tarot reading, but that's an interesting card because I feel like it's allowing the message to say, accept it for what it is, Aquarius. Enjoy it for what it is. When and how are you ever going to get to know somebody, open up and share if you don't start? Who's going to start? Maybe it has to come from your end. But I feel like what's meant to be is meant to be, and you can do your best attempts at something, right? So that's the other thing too, is like we may try hard, and I think I said this earlier in the video, like with that strength card, you know, trying hard to make something work, but the high priestess really knows inside, you know, if this is meant to be, but we're trying to force something that's really not. So I think that listening to your intuition here is where it's going to help lead you in the right direction. All right, Aquarius, that was an interesting reading, more on the relationships, which I don't typically do too much, but I hope that helps some of you. Thanks again for all of your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, and your comments, and your February 1st is coming out soon. I'll see you guys. Take care.